Hey everybody, Monty here playing Escape from Tarkov as Hectoplasim, and today we're going to be doing a tryout on the FAL with the 50 round drum just to see what it can do. Just want to double check my gear. Not sure which map I'm going to go into, so I'll bring both of my key tools. And why not? We'll just start with factory. And doing a tryout is a good way to learn the weapon, learn the map, learn your equipment, your gear, and practice your looting skills. So if you just tuned in, we're going to be live streaming with the FAL on a variety of maps. We're starting out on factory map and we're using 50 round drums. I've got just three spare 50 round drums and then a bunch of 20 rounders. But I'm starting out with the 150. I've got 3 in the rig ready to change out. And I think I forgot to adjust my hotkeys. So as soon as I land and I'm in a safe spot, I'm going to check my hotkeys. And with the current situation, it shows us our exfils. Let's see. Yeah, 5. Okay, I did do my hotkeys. The hotkeys, for those of you who are new, are just keys that you push to activate things. I primarily use them for medical kits, but some people also use them for hand grenades. It's important to listen. I like to put my weapon on full auto in case I get surprised. This glass hallway is a good way to engage, but it's also dangerous because people can shoot at you through the glass. Okay, we have company. Just can't tell where he is. Clanking. I don't know if that's somebody down below. They're upstairs. No idea. The sound in this game is 308 works pretty good. Wow. I'm gonna have to conserve my ammo. Okay, where are they all hiding? Yeah, it's not like I had a suppressor on. Like, they should have heard the shooting. I don't know, maybe they ran to the other end of the map, huh?
Блядь, ебать его! Да ты чё там пиздишь?
Now they're coming.
Вон он, сука!
Wow. That didn't last very long. I should have done treatment instead of the checking the magazine. Okay, so that was our quick review of the 50 round drum for the FAL. Let's jump right back in and try it out again. Well, we managed to get 4 pretty quick. Looks like I have a little bit of lag. I already had some lag issues, but I think with streaming that it slows things down a little bit. Alrighty. We'll just jump right back in. Did factory. Why not we'll try customs. So on that first one, we just got 4. Just make a note here. Okay. So the biggest thing for me on customs was trying to figure out where I was on the map when I landed, and I have my customs map in the link, the customs map that I use. It's one located on a Reddit website. And so as with all of the maps, when I first arrive, I look at features on the map and try to figure out what they are, and then by reading the different articles online find out what people call them, because with the maps there's people have different names. Like customs, people will often commonly refer to tanks, and that usually means the far right side of the map, but there's also tanker trucks, which are different. But tanks, there's these 4 big tanks on the far right side or east side of the map. And then the customs map has a section called the customs office, which is on the far left. And it looks a lot like the other warehouse buildings. When I was first in there, I didn't know what to call them. But you read and find out the different names for these things, and then it helps you figure out what the different descriptions are. Of course, watching the videos help as well. But figuring out where you are on the map, what your objective is, and where you're trying to exit. And a lot of times your exit is the other end of the map. And so that makes hatchet runs really difficult on customs when you have to hatchet your way all the way to the other end, unless you can, of course, take out a target and get their long gun. So with the FAL being a 308 caliber rifle, you have a lot better chance of surviving and making it long distance. I just have iron sights, no scope on this, so it'll be interesting to see if we get an opportunity to do any long-range shooting. There is very often a rooftop scav sniper. So we are in a warehouse. I'm thinking this is on the far east or the right side of the building or the map, and it shows my exit as Crossroads or Trailer Park, which is at the opposite end, the far left of the map. So basically we're going to be heading towards the exit and seeing if we can take out some targets along the way. So the sniper scav, I think, is on this, yep, he's on this roof across the way. Oh, no, that was the crane. The sniper scav might be on the roof of this building, so that makes it tricky. Now that I've fired a shot without a suppressor, I can't remember exactly which building he's on. I thought it was the next one over, but I have to be aware now that I've announced my position. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he is on that building, but I was shooting at a crane just now, not the scav. Yeah. But there's very often have been scavs that have spawned in this area. I've ran into them there on different runs. That's the warehouse I just came out of. I'd prefer to do single fire when I know where my targets are, but full auto if I might get surprised. Before I knew about the sniper scav, when I was a new guy, I was standing out here and I got shot and I was like, what? There's nobody, where are they? And then I realized later that that was the sniper was shooting at me from up there. Yeah, see, lag really makes this game difficult, especially when you get wounded. Yeah, I had to kind of lead my target a little bit. Wow. Let's see. I am completely empty. And I am now getting blasted. Oh, wow, that was bad. See, I should have changed magazines before I did the medicine. Still learning the hard way. Sorry guys, I only got to show you 50 rounds. So, okay. Well, let's see, what map should we go into next? What do you guys think? Got several maps. Might as well do a different map. I'm still learning the map, so maybe Shoreline or Woods. we'll do woods. Why not? Okay. So I'm just making notes over here in the description. Multi-maps. I'm watching the chat, and then over here I've got my map of, I had the map of customs. We're looking for, so woods, is that where we're going? Which one? Yeah, woods. So I gotta find the woods map. That's shoreline. Woods. All right. I still need to go in and do that mission where you find the UAVs, which I think is on the shoreline map. Oh, the drones. Yeah. But this map we're doing woods. And again, I find it handy to have the map up on another terminal, another monitor, so I can glance up and see, try to figure out where I'm at. All right, there's a wall. And so far I found a lot of the maps. The wall really helps you figure out where you're at. It's not like a dead giveaway, but I'm gonna guess that I'm in the far right hand corner of the map near the outskirts, just from having been here before. And so my extraction is the ZB, UN roadblock. It's probably opposite end, right? Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna guess that I'm probably in the outskirts and that there is a bunker over here. And I remember I went into the bunker and I couldn't unlock it, and I was like, what happened? I was so confused because I'm a new guy, and I had forgotten that one of the quests required me to give my key back to the therapist. Like, wow, okay. So if this is that side, then there's going to be a cabin over here. I heard somebody. There's going to be a cabin over here that has scavs in it. And then a rock. Don't want to get killed while I'm looking at the map. I also don't want to get stuck in the rocks. I've had one map where I got stuck in Interchange. I jumped on some boxes and then I slipped between the boxes and I couldn't get out. I literally had to hit disconnect. So that cabin has always had scavs in it or around it. So I can approach it, but there's a chance that I'm going to get attacked. I don't know why my stamina is so low. Maybe because I have so much gear, right? Alright, so I'm using a old technique of putting that rock formation between me and the cabin to act as a natural concealment and cover, because that'll protect me from bullets but also prevent anyone from seeing me. I'm going for single fire, so I have accuracy on my hand, on my side. Challenges, there could be scavs around me. Sneak up behind me. You know, they could be in the cabin, but they could also be behind the cabin. sure he's dead. I will reload first. Then I'll do a little treatment. I know that it's not going to be smart enough to treat the head or put a bandage where I need it for blood loss. So put this bandage right there. It won't take it. Gotta treat the head, thorax, stomach. Those are areas that need to be treated manually because the hotkey will not automatically treat it. See, my health is down to 244. That's pretty bad. So manually treat the head, thorax, stomach. Then we'll use hotkeys for the rest. I'm going to stay laying down until I get the other leg done. Now it's good to get up, but we need to be ready to shoot. Should probably do the reloading inside the cabin, but Alright, so we still have 150 rounds in the 3 mags, plus the 50 that is in the gun right now. I hear somebody.
Давай, Monty!
Check and see if he's got a buddy. You gotta listen to your ears. That is some magic right there. And I like this larger caliber better. My armor is down, but it's not as down as that, much as that. Because I have the 308 mags, I don't know. I might do that. There we go. I was briefly considering continuing with the SKS, but the challenge is that I left the SKS rounds on the body over there. Kind of like the SKS because you can just reload a couple rounds at a time. You don't have to worry about changing mags. So we should have, like 47 rounds in here because I was able to take that guy down pretty quick. And on the map, we're still in the far right corner. And so we could head down towards the shore, or we could work our way around the back. Go through the woods, we have more cover. We're kind of dangerously exposed when we go out here in the open, but it also gives us an opportunity to see targets. And because we have this 308 caliber, if we see them quick enough, we have an advantage because of the long range that we have with this weapon. Yeah. My endurance is pretty low because of all the extra rounds of ammunition that I'm carrying. That was one of my favorite encounters with that cabin so far. Managed to get 3 enemy. And that first one that surprised me, when I shot him, I noticed that other guy up there, and I just kept steady, slow firing as I advanced towards him. That's a good strategy when you're out in the exposed open anyway. Typically will shock your target that you're moving towards them instead of running away. But I've found that running away doesn't usually work out so good for me. So it's better to be aggressive. Now these wood piles over here, they give you good cover and concealment. But they also have been a source of scavengers. And right now we are looking for scavengers, so. Very dangerous to go out in the open here. Don't try this at home, as they say. That Australian guy used to do that wild animal show, and he was always doing dangerous stuff, and he would say, don't try this at home, it's very dangerous. So I'm gonna say, do what I say, not what I do. Okay, so I've had encounters at this cabin as well, so there might be scavs in or around it. If this is the same one, there's some barbed wire right there. Oh, look at that, there's a scav. Now there might be someone inside. There might be someone in the woods, so. What is that? Is that a scope? Oh, here comes a guy. Barbed wire. Okay, got somebody else. Get ready. Where is he? I don't know. I hear shooting. Where is my other target? Come on, where are you, dude? There he is. Nope, it's not him. Okay. Did I hear shots fired after he went down? I mean, is it possible he pulled the trigger as he was falling down? I know with real human bodies, that's a real possibility. But in this game, I have not seen that before. Typically, after the scav makes the death rattle, he doesn't shoot. But to me, it sounded like he fired after he went down. So I don't know. Yeah, I thought I saw somebody over there. And I haven't done treatment yet. Did I get him? Where are they? There's all kinds of shooting going on here. Okay, you know, I felt the shots, but still haven't seen them yet. drink. I don't want to eat because my energy's good. Found in this game that eating dehydrates you. Alright, where did that guy go? Let's find him. Haha. Not compatible with anything, so. Less than half. Alright. Well, since we got 50 round mags, we'll go ahead and trade. Swap them out. Yeah, you know, I don't know if I hit that person or if they just ran away. I have no idea. It's almost full. I hear voices. There. All right. See, that shadow looks like a scab, but it's not. Where are the scabs? Where are they? So for those of you who just joined us, we are on the woods map right now. I just started out on the far right side or east side of the map in the outskirts area, and I slowly moved up to the cabin where I encountered 3 scavs, 2 on the one right outside the scav, and then another one down by the road. I took both of them out, searched them, and then when I came back up to the cabin, I heard, while I was searching a body, I heard footsteps, someone walking inside the cabin. I popped up for my search, and I think it was about 3 rounds through the window, I took out that scav. Now we're coming up on the sawmill, and there's almost always scavs down the lower portion as well as the upper portion. Most of my visits have started from the other side, so this is my first time coming from the east towards the west. But I do expect fully to encounter a scav somewhere over on these rocks, as well as in this lower section of the sawmill itself. And there could still be from the firefight before. I do not know where this guy is at. I wish I had a frag right now. Switching to full auto. About half a mag. I'm going to switch to full mag. So I do not have cover. This is not good to be out in the open.
What bit?
And I know I'm beating a dead horse, but the hotkey does not do the treatment. So whenever doing medical, if you can, you want to manually do your treatment on your head, your thorax, and your stomach, because those are vitals. Out. Treat my head again. Sort of overstayed my welcome here. That's 3, 4, 5, 6. And at my skill level, that usually means it's time to get off of this map. Oh, I see another guy. I'm pushing the fire button to try to get the treatment to stop. I don't know if he's running down behind those. Change magazines. Looking for anything to drink. No. What I need to do now is just get out of here. Yep. I got wounded pretty bad. And as I said, the hotkey just doesn't do the treatment. It's a good idea after firing rounds in an area to get out, move to cover, and then do treatment. See, both the legs are messed up pretty bad, but hotkeys should take care of that. Alright, let's see, hotkey on something else. What do I got? It's the bleeding. See, when that's dripping, it's going down and down and down, then you can continue. Alright, now let's make sure I get a fresh mag. These are all partials. This one's empty, so we want to put full mags up here and empty mags down here. Alright. And my exfil is on the other side, the UN roadblock. There we go. So that means basically running the shoreline. Once I get across the shoreline, I will veer up to the left and start going up as high as I can. I think those power station towers are where I need to go. Old station UN. Yeah, I'm not sure where those, I don't know if I can go down here. Now, the shadow of the birds always freak me out. So I can't tell if it's a bird or if it's a scav. You know, can I walk in the water here? I don't know. I guess not. Certainly don't want to get stuck. I'm going to put it back on full auto just in case I get surprised. And use this little ditch for a little concealment and cover. Gotta keep listening for the scavs yelling at you or firing. So that is on the map called the car crash. So from here, I basically now need to go that way to get to the UN roadblock. Just looking at the map. And that's another bit of open territory. So this area is called car crash, and then there's a little boat sunken over there. And on the map, it says car crash. And then it says that this is a scav ambush point right here. So my map has a red circle showing that scavs attacked right up there. So I don't know where you need to be to trigger that attack. But I know at my skill level, once I've encountered 5 scavs and survived, that it's usually time for me to get off the map. And I've killed 6. And so I've got blacked out portions of my health already. Be interesting to see where those cooling towers, those are like cooling towers from a nuclear power plant, where those are in relation to the UN roadblock, because I don't know. I think that green smoke is that means the map is active, or the exit is active. And I think this is the UN roadblock, so look at that, the orienteering worked. So let's see, any loot right before I leave? Oh, 226, yeah, I'll take that. Oh, wow. Let's see. I like 40 round mags for AKs. Those are always nice. All right. All right. Oh. Wow. Survived. Nice. Okay, so I got 9. I only counted 6. That's hilarious. So I got 9. I better change that, everybody. Okay. All right. And now we will do the shoreline map with the FAL with the 50 round mag. So, not sure if I guess maybe my skill level's gone up a bit, right? Okay, so because usually 5 targets, that's when it's time for me to get out. Shoreline. These offline runs are a good way to learn a weapon system, learn a map, learn how to loot bodies, and also how to move your gear around. Make sure you stay hydrated, learn how to apply medication treatment. Yeah, when I finished that, I heard some music. It sounded like I had completed a quest, so I'm not sure. I'm going to have to go through and see what happened there. It's pretty cool. I don't know, maybe the game was just happy that I survived. So the rounds for the FAL a little more expensive, but they do hit harder. And I just notice when I'm lagging, I have to lead my target, and that just means basically aiming where the target is walking to. So that way, because of the lag, you hit your target. Where in real life, leading is usually done with shooting down aircraft or hunting birds, for instance. You would aim in front of the bird. Because if you lead, like with lag, if you aim at the target where the target is, by the time the bullet gets there virtually, the target's already moved. And so if the target's moving this way, you have to aim in front of it so that with the lag, you account for the lag and the bullet hits your target. One thing I noticed that was a challenge in the sawmill was there was a guy shooting at me from inside the building between the logs, and I was too close to that post, and so my gun wouldn't aim. I had to back up in order to aim, and then I was able to continue to fire. So you have to be aware of where you're at. I'm just going to type in the description here at the 4th map. I see that we've got some folks watching the stream. I want to thank you for tuning in. And my name's Monty, and I go by Hectoplasim, and today we're doing 50-round drums with the FAL. And I've got a total of 4 50-round drums. I brought some raw ammunition and also a bunch of 20-round magazines in case I run out and don't have time to reload. But I'm trying to demonstrate how you reload your magazines and keep them topped off, and also demonstrate how to use your medical equipment. I'm not good enough to not need it. I see that most players do need medical equipment, so it's important that you learn how to use it. I'm trying to figure out where I'm at right now. Looking for landmarks. I see a power line. I see a rock. I don't want to stay still and get killed. I don't want to stay in the open, but I really don't know where I'm at. Other than those power lines, I know that I can follow the power lines. I see two main power line sets on this map. So one of the other things I can do is look at where I need to extract. Pier boat is a possibility. The tunnel is almost always a good extraction. And that's depending on which map you're looking at, it's at the far end of the shoreline. The map I'm using today, it's at the lower left, but some maps it's at the upper right, so it kind of depends. But basically, there's at the shoreline there's a crane at one end, and on my map that's the far right, and the tunnel's at the other end. So if you see the crane, you know that the tunnel is at the other far end of the shoreline. So with these power lines, they might lead to the town. There's also a power station and radar tower. And I don't really know the difference yet. So it's a fenced off area with equipment. So gotta be careful. Might be some targets in here. I don't see any way to get in. I don't see any loot. I don't know. Can you climb up the ladder? Do you want to? Does that just make you a target? Yeah, I don't see a way to climb. See how new I am? I don't even know. Alright. So, it's basically two openings in this. Okay, there's a trailer. I was hoping from this vantage point we could see stuff. So there's more towers and it looks like stuff on that hill over there. That looks like train tracks. Alright, so looking at my map, I don't actually see train tracks. I see a little stream that goes down either side. That looks like a road. Yeah, I personally don't remember any railroad tracks. And I don't see them on the map either. Okay, there was a thing called the old station. I don't know, was that on this map? I don't know, guys. I thought that was on a different map. So, it's one of the survival techniques is to follow the railroad tracks because they usually lead to something. You know, there's usually civilization. And in this game, that means equipment, loot, and scavs. So I have a road and a railroad track heading somewhere. Up there, it gets to a wall and stops. Customs, road to customs. Okay, so this might be the side with the road to customs, which I think is the opposite end of where I need to go, yeah. So I'm looking for the tunnel. So, you know, we could go up here and just check it out, even though it's the opposite direction. I got 55 minutes. I'm getting shot at. Make sure I'm on full auto. Let's see if we can find him. That sounds like a suppressed pistol. I'm gonna have to look at the video. I have no idea where they were. That's a distinct disadvantage to not knowing the maps. So this map is new to me. I think I died near the road to customs. We'll say the 5th map. Now we'll go to Interchange. On Interchange I have a little more experience because I've been doing those idea cash register runs. Those have been really fun. And is there, see guys, this is how new I am. How many maps are there that are active? We've got the lab, Interchange, customs, factory, woods, shoreline. So there's 6. All right. Well, it was kind of rough. I went from doing so well in woods and then just totally dying in shoreline. It seems like somebody was shooting at me with suppressed fire, and I basically ducked and ran. And then it seemed like either that person switched to a larger caliber weapon after I fired 308, or somebody else. So I don't know. You know, I might have jumped out of the frying pan into the fire on that one. We are doing the FAL with 50 round drums, and I've got multi-mags. That means I've got 1 in the gun and 3 spare 50 round drums. I brought just loose rounds to reload magazines. I brought extra 20 round magazines, and I brought plenty of med kits to do treatment. So I'm hoping to show you how to utilize the 50 round drum and how to keep it topped up, reloaded, how to do med treatment, and complete your quest or complete the map. And so the first thing I do is I have a map up on one of my monitors so I can glance over and see where I'm at and try to figure out where I need to go. And I just have so many maps up over here. I'm just trying to find the interchange map. There we go. And so the interchange map has the map that I have in the link in my description here shows a large overview map, and that map has 4 little maps on it. And so when you look at the large map, you'll see in the upper left-hand corner, you'll see Idea and Oli, and then what looks like Tawa, and it's pronounced Goshen, it's Russian. And that shows an overview of the entire property. They've talked about in a lot of the discussion groups that these different roads connect. So eventually all the maps will be connected, so you can literally walk from one map to the next. And so eventually that's what they're saying, they'll all be connected. And basically at this point in July and August of 2019, on the interchange map, you do not have an option to choose your insertion point, which at one time in the game that you could do that, and you'll see a lot of tutorial videos teaching you choose your insertion point. And in fact, there's a lot of them that have strategies teaching you which insertion point to use for different quests. I found that was frustrating, but the insertion's random. So on the interchange map, as a player, you basically have the northwest exit and the southeast exit. Unless while you're in the game, you find 3,000 rubles, then you can pay to extract at the power station, which is at the northeast corner. And you know the northwest corner because it has a freeway overpass, basically interchange exit. And then there's also railroad tracks, and the actual exit is at the railroad tracks. And the southeast corner just has a simple road and some cars and trucks and two military tents. And you exfil on the road. Northwest corner, you exfil on the railroad tracks. At the power station, you need to have 3,000 rubles with you. You come up next to the car, and a pop-up will say, transfer 3,000 rubles. You hit the F button, unless you've changed your action key. And that will transfer the rubles from your pouch. And then I've seen one time where the car animation showed the car drive away. The rest of the time, the screen just goes black. But I like to use that exit when I'm injured or have a lot of cash or a lot of loot and I just want to get out of there and not risk running to one of the other exits. So it's been fun using the 308, seeing how much more knockdown power it has. And again, on the interchange, first thing to do is figure out where am I, what exit do I need to go to, and because this one, our goal is simply to demonstrate the weapon. I don't really have an objective, so I have to kind of pick one for you guys. And you hit the O button twice, and if you do it too fast it only gives you your time, but it's supposed to show your extraction point. So it's telling me northwest or the power station. So you can't bring rubles with you, you have to earn it inside the game. So this little yard with the fence, I'm guessing that I am now in the southeast corner of the map. And if that's the case, then that is the idea sign, and the actual exit's over there. With this I could go around the building that way or that way. If we want to encounter targets, we can go right inside the map and start fighting inside the garage. These boxes usually have loot on them. So this southwest corner, this building is Oli. That is the hardware store. So if you can get in there, that's where you're usually going to find a bunch of tools and even sometimes some computer parts and gear. On the large map that I was talking about, it has pop-outs, basically a bunch of smaller maps. And the one on the lower left is the parking garage. And it shows green stairs that once you go in here, I should be able to go immediately to the left, and there should be a way in to go upstairs to Oli. There could be somebody inside shooting me through the fence, so I will get behind these bullet shields just in case. I always like to put it on full auto in case I get surprised. Try not to get surprised. According to this garage map, I'm supposed to be able to go over here. Around to the left here, and there should be an entrance into a stairwell that gets me up inside. You have to be careful because the scav sees you. You can shoot or you can duck down. Now I see straight ahead, there's one of the entrances. And that's across the way on the map, but that'll get me inside. Supposed to be one right there too, according to the map. Yep, there's a way in right there. But there might be guys, scavengers, just hunting here, waiting for me. Running gets you out of the danger area, but it also lets people know, here I am. So, and it burns up your stamina that you might need to exfil. Now this is dangerous, but right here there's usually loot. As long as you don't stay exposed too long. Get right up in here. And this is entrance to Oli. So on this map, the outside ground level is the underground parking garage, and then once you get inside, the quote first level is actually up one flight of stairs. Where is he? I hear him, I hear him. I thought I got him, but I guess not. Taz, I don't need that. I don't want that guy. But I do need to get some treatment. Now remember, Hotkey is not smart enough to treat your head first, so you want to pick that manually. Keep listening. Then I'm going to manually go for the stomach because it's lower than the thorax. Already lost my arm. I got a fracture and pain. So we're going to take the spare splint and put that on there. As soon as I can, I want to get the thorax. Then I'll use hotkeys for the arms and legs. That tremor is saying I got pain. You see the fluctuation, the fuzziness. The pain meds will take the fuzziness away. And we'll do hotkey 3 more times to get the legs and arm treated. Keep listening, and I rotate to hear talking or walking or shooting off in the distance. Now that should be it, except that bleeding. Okay. Good. Now we fired a lot, or about half, and because we have 50 round mags, we might as well load up a fresh one. And this is where you could reload this magazine. But you gotta listen. Okay, so we're back to 50 rounds here. Try to stay out of the dark because it's hard for you to see what my targets are. But there's usually at least a couple of scavs walking around in Oli, and a couple more in the Goshen in the grocery store, and a couple more inside Idea. So okay, he's just on the other side. And See, I use the muzzle flash as my flashlight. I don't really care about his shotgun shells, so I'm going to look here for a medical kit. There we go. That's what I wanted right there. That's the most important thing. This axe would be a nice handy item to sell. Sugar I don't care about. Shotgun shells I might need as a last ditch effort. So, if I find a baby AK, one of the AKs that takes the 5.45 off, I did get shot, so I need to do a little treatment, but I want to move away from where he was. Again. Ah, okay, so we did okay. Just want to use the hotkey. And so that hotkey, there's no points that are down, but I must be bleeding or something, because I guess in the game it's changing your dressings, huh? I've had a couple of showdowns right here with scavengers here. I did my fighting from right here. So let's see if we can get now. This is supposed to be connected. But I'm not seeing an easy way to get. I do not have the Oli cash register key yet, or the Goshen cash register key. But you can often find loot on these shelves. And there may be one more scav in the dark in here. My goal right now is to get to Idea and get some cash from the cash registers. Or just go to Northwest. The power station is kind of nice. But either way, I need to get to the north end of the building anyway. So I might as well get some cash. Because with that cash, then I can use the power station. You have more options that way. So this is the, looks like the way out to the loading dock. See, I still don't know. Oh, there's somebody talking over there. So, is he out here? There he is. There's two of them out there. Got him. He had a buddy. His buddy, I think, ducked behind the truck. Oh man. That was bad. But 50 round magazines are way better. Let's do a treatment on the head. Don't ever trust the hotkeys. I need a bandage for the right arm. So I'm going to hit the 9 hotkey on that. The hotkeys are smart enough to bandage bleeding areas. And then we will go here to the thorax. I shouldn't have done that. There's only 2 points. I should have used... Alright. I'm gonna need some pain meds. And then I need to get out of here. That shooting has attracted attention. Thorax is almost gone. Stomach is almost gone. Legs are almost gone. Oh no. I think he's behind me shooting at me. Yes, he is. He might be coming up that ramp. I need to move before he kills me. This is where the hotkeys come in handy, because I can continue to do treatment and move at the same time. So I need cover and concealment. Okay, everything's good. Alright. Let's check our ammo. Got about half. Everything full. Yeah, I'm gonna change. So I got a full magazine. Going to full auto in case I get surprised. Gotta keep listening. Okay, that one's back to 50. I hear her walking. All right. Okay, we are back inside Oli. We managed to find a few targets. In this dark, I'll have to use the muzzle flash of my gun as a flashlight so I can see where the enemy are. Now this looks like I might have to go back down. But I want to know, is this connected in any way that I can just go into the mall? Because when I look at this map, it looks like it is, but I'm not seeing that right now. Because here I am. Yeah, this looks like we're back in the warehouse. And this looks like the warehouse. Breach. Huh. Gotta get that cheeky breachy video to let us know which ones can you breach and which ones can't you. Alright, well, maybe the only way is back down those stairs. I don't know. I'm gonna have to come in with a hatchet run without any. There's a guy right there, switching to single fire. Did I get him? Where is he?
Быстро!
Sega 9. Ah, I think the mall is over here, guys. So let's do a hotkey 5 and see if I need any medical treatment. Seems like my health is okay. Now, I think that was only about 6 rounds. Oh, a little bit more than that. So let's see, 50 rounds. I should swap mags. You always want a fresh, full magazine before you go into conflict, if you can help it. listening. I know this is the boring part that you want to fast forward. I'm just trying to load up the mags here. Yeah, I think 48 will be close enough to full. I like to put the full mags at the top and the empty ones at the bottom. Alright, 48. Alright. There we go. This is the entrance to the rest of the mall. I hope that is... yeah. So there may be more targets in here. Yeah, this is like the halls of the malls, the mall hallways. I got lag. I'm fighting with. He's running. Which way did he go? Did he go in the store? Did he duck behind something? I don't know. Yeah, gonna need to find some water pretty soon. Water or pineapple juice or orange juice, Vita juice. Where did that guy run to? I hear targets over here. I hear them behind me too. This is bad to get pursued from two sides. But I really don't like them coming at me from the dark. Sounds like he's running around to try to get behind me. Got him. That was good. Changing mags. I do not know where they are. I'm trying to get out of the way. Oh man. And that is a mannequin. Hilarious. Okay, nothing's important, so I can hotkey and keep an eye out. I hear footsteps. Just can't tell where. Go check my ammo. Got a 50, 48. Nearly full, good. Yeah, I wish I could click that and then move and let it continue to reload, but it won't let me. I believe that's a sort of a mindless exercise that you should be able to click animate and move off and then look around, because I know I can load magazines without actually looking at them. Alrighty, so we could go back up there. There's a guy waiting for me at the top of the stairs. Be careful. Where did he go? Where did he go? Huh. I didn't know they could disappear like that. Like, he must have ran like somewhere. Did I kill him? I don't think so. I mean, he's not laying there. He must have ran fast, huh? Oh. I hear him now. I hear multiples. Sounds like he's still coming. I think I got him. Come on, man. Get down those stairs and get out of here, dude. I need health. I do number 5 while I'm running. Now, there might be people waiting in the garage. But this is where the hotkeys come in handy, where I can do treatment and run. And then they say if you go into crouch mode, the stealth crouch mode, that you it breaks the lock between you and the scavs. Now, I didn't get to idea for cache, so I cannot extract through the power station. So now there's usually a scav near these tents, so I need to get healed up before I get much closer. So he's going to start shooting at me. I'll do a pain med. So you can use your mouse scroll button to identify how many rounds are left in a magazine, if you don't know. Maybe next time I'll just bring more rounds instead of bringing the 20 round drums, huh? Alright, we'll put another 13 in here. Let's see, our health is up on all of those. We'll try the hotkey again after this is done loading. Alright. These tents usually mean scavs that will attack, so be prepared. It's really hard to fight the scavs in the dark where they're shooting at you from multiple directions and you're not sure where they are. Thought I heard somebody. That scav laid down, man. Gotta listen for him. Now the guy comes from the side, I'm done. There, I got him. That's good. Right now, all I want is medical equipment. Wow, he must have had slugs, because boy, he was shooting me from a great distance. No medical equipment. I need something to drink. Another med kit. So that's an exit I need to get out. As soon as I get blurry, I'm gonna need more medicine. I'm gonna try the splint. Won't take a splint. Usually if he won't run, pain medicine will allow him to run. Or at least move a little faster. Yeah, see how as soon as that medicine, pain med kicks in, then I was able to move faster. Run, dude, run, dude. currents won't let me jump over. Sometimes there's juice on the bus. And what I want to do is take that and then lay down, use all, because it's only 40 points, so that should bring me up to 63. Look at my health. And I'll hotkey the rest of it. Need to change magazines. Yeah. Make sure I'm not going to drop the magazine. They're all half mags. So we are currently northwest. We don't have any money. And I'm going to need all my pain meds to extract. That's the power station over there. I don't have money. So northwest is over here. Power station is on the left. Sorry, power station's on the right. I gotta be careful, I might encounter someone. So I'd say we managed to kill a couple of targets. We've got 17 minutes left. And if we wanted to encounter more, we'd go back to the building. But as injured as I am, yeah, see, he can't even run right now. We'll keep using the hotkey and the med kits. And I've got splints on 0 and 6, so I can just push that and see if I'm injured enough to need a splint. Number 9 is for bandages, and that's not doing anything, but as soon as he slows down and he won't run anymore, then I'll take Nor. In fact, he's limping, so sometimes the pain meds will get me to that. And it looks like I'm out of pain meds, but I usually have a spare set here. So we'll re-hotkey that. I'll do the hotkey for the cheese, it should heal up the thorax. I'll do 5. Should heal up the left leg. And then 7, as long as I'm not running, should allow me to move a little faster. If I run, it'll cause damage to that injured leg, so. See, he'll only run for so long, but it is doing damage to the leg. So, let's see, did 3 points of damage, but he was able to run. So, it's kind of important when you're injured this badly on the exfil. I'll just do hotkey again on the grizzly, repair some damage as I'm walking. Looks like chat got disconnected, See if we can get it back online.
Oh!
There we go. Okay. Okay, let's see. How many? Survived. Nice. And we killed 11 scavs. So, all right. I think I need to move the lab key card into my secure container, and then we can go on to that. Okay. And here we go into labs. So the labs, I think I've been in about 6 times, and I started with, what was it? I think I went in with the Glock, and then I did the MPX, and it seems like most of the scavs inside the lab are really heavily armed, and they employ a lot of grenades. They have a lot of armor. They have heavy weapons, and they seem to work together a lot better as teams. So all the scavs seemed like players. There was always 2 or 3 of them. So far, every time I've been in the lab, they've done really good, and I've been lucky to take down 1 or 2 of them. So it'll be interesting to see how we do with the 308, because the 9mm didn't do so well. I did a little bit better with the AKs, It'll be interesting to see how we do with this 308. So here we go. And every time I've gone in, I haven't used the map yet, so I'm actually pulling up the map over here on the screen to see if this can help me at all. There's multiple levels. I don't know how to identify which level I'm in yet, so wow, yeah, there's a lot of different maps for the lab. I did just figure out how the exits work, and there's roll-up doors in the warehouse and the garage, and you have to find a glass control room that overlooks those roll-up doors, and there's a button to open those. So I've actually managed to get the door open, but I have never successfully exited the lab yet. I've always been taken out. So here we go. This has always been a dangerous spot for me, because they all seem to know this territory very well, but not me, you know. A lot of these cases sitting around here that are not searchable. And I don't know the deal with the glass in the labs. If oh, that's locked. It's probably a good thing. It's probably got some weird biochemical stuff in there. Now I would expect to find some loot in here. At least the toilet paper. I would think you could take one of these. Apparently not though, huh? And there's some cleaner and some other things. I would expect to find all that in here, but not this time. This must be their server room. Had a funny experience with renting some research lab space, and the building used to be a restaurant, and the property manager was showing me the property, and they had a walk-in cooler, and I said, oh, this would be a great place to keep the servers. She looked at me like I was some kind of cruel slave driver, and she said, won't they be cold? I said, yeah, we need them to be cold. They work better when they're cold. And then she was really seemed upset, like, what are you talking about? Wonder if I die if I jump down here. Nope, but I certainly got hurt. Wow. Okay. Oh man, I got a fracture too. Look at that. Wow, that was definitely not worth it. Oh. Okay. So, she thought I was talking about restaurants, servers, you know, as in waitresses. She had no clue I was talking about computers, that if you keep them cold, they work better. She thought that that was some kind of cruel management technique to keep them in the refrigerator. Keep your servers in the refrigerator, they'll work better. I mean, hilarious, right? I only knew that was there because I found it before. So, just in case you're wondering. Okay, my live stream was having an issue. Is the chat reconnected? Okay, all right. So if you're just tuning in, we are doing the FAL 308 with the 50 round magazines. Testing it out on all levels. So far we've been to factory, interchange, customs, woods, and shoreline. And now we are... Okay. You know, I saw this before. I found a button that turned the elevators on, and they then... So in labs, I have to find the button on a control panel upstairs that turns on the elevators, and this would be the elevator exfil. So I need to take a picture of that. Yeah, save that for later. Because that is the elevator exfil. This is saying exit, so there's got to be a control panel somewhere. Ah, okay. No space. Let's see if we can make some space. Hydration is down, so we'll just go ahead and drink. Yeah, just use all. Oh, wait a minute. Let's use 11. But I do want to put that drink in my bag here. Ah, okay. So I'm going to put this in there. This in there. Go over and drink this. There we go. Milk. Oh, you know, I think that dehydrates me, so I don't want that. A lot of these doors don't open. I've found control panels up these stairs before. Let's try this room. See if we can power up some elevators or something. There's so much loot to search there in the file cabinets, but I'm looking for the control panel. These are computers. power cord would be really handy. Alright, I did not find a button for the elevator here. I'm just looking for cash. Oh, it's a bathroom, not a control room. So this is the cafeteria, so there's probably plenty of food items in here. Food and drink. So, where are the targets? Where are the enemy? Usually they're all over the place. Very surprised here. Come on, dude. Finally found one, or he found me.
Is this your warfare? You should try better.
Where is he? I think he's upstairs.
Вижу кошмарного. Хана ему.
Alright. I can operate with flashbang in my face. I need to check. It's just amazing that the flashbang totally ignores, or the hotkey ignores that. So we'll try 0 for splint, 9 for bandage, 5 for hotkey. We got pain and blood. We can hotkey the rest so it will go randomly through these 3. Keep listening in case, because this guy was speaking Russian. I don't know if he speaks English and Russian or if there was a second guy. Don't know. But there is somebody coming now.
Bad guy.
What the heck? Where did he shoot me from? And right before re-engaging, you want full magazines if you can. little wobble. Just need to treat that one more leg. Oh. Someone's breaching. I hear him.
Тебе пизда, ты понял, блядь?
Heavily armed. Ran away. He moved to cover, but the lag prevented me from even seeing him. Thank you. This is where a frag would be handy. Trying to treat the blood loss, but it's not. Hockey's not doing anything. You always got to manually treat the head, thorax, and stomach. Hotkey on the other two, the feet, legs, left leg, right leg. One more hotkey. There's at least two guys over there. Oh, I hear him coming. Sounds like they're on the left as well as on the right.
Bear, give up!
So they might be coming to get me.
Die! Come out, you coward!
So I think he dropped his flashbang.
Just die already! We are...
Oh, frag coming in. Oh, should have ran towards him. In this game, you can't run and fire full auto, which is not very realistic because in reality, that's an extraction technique, is to run backwards while you fire full auto. But with that grenade, when that grenade came in, what I would have done is full auto fired running towards them. So you should be able to full auto hip fire when you're running, but it's just not an option in the game. So there you go. As I mentioned, the labs is a lot more difficult than the other levels. I only killed 2, where on some of the other levels I killed 4, 9, and 11 scavs. And so this was a run on each level with the FAL 308 caliber with the 50 round mags. Thanks again for watching. This is Monty Reed playing Escape from Tarkov as Hectoplasim. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day.